Muy buenas a todos y bienvenidos a mi canal Tama. Vamos a continuar con este jueguito que está chévere, está simpaticón. Y bueno, nada más. Nos habíamos quedado en el capítulo 2. Vamos a ver. Todo está un poquito extraño, la verdad.
Honey.
Claro.
Back here, sweetie. How was it?
Worst weather I've ever seen.
You should put some coffee on. It'll warm you up.
Sí, claro. ¿Qué hay aquí? ¿Se puede ver nada? No.
Coffee's on.
Great, thanks. I'll need it if I'm gonna finish this by tomorrow.
Está bonito donde viven. Está chévere. ¿Qué hay aquí?
Oh, hey, I just finished those cover mock-ups. They're on your desk. Tell me what you think.
No kidding. I didn't think you'd get them done this quickly.
On occasion, I can perform all sorts of miracles, my dear.
Oh, really?
Well, you seemed to think so last night.
No sé qué tiro con eso. Así puedo venir acá. ¡Uy, qué lindo baño, de verdad! Está amplio. ¿Qué? ¿Ducha? ¿Tina? Increíble, yo no puedo tener eso.
The continuing freezing rain and heavy snowfall have necessitated a winter storm warning in the entire tri-state area. People are advised to stay indoors as many roadways are already closed. The city officials are not expecting snow crews to keep up with the weather. We're now on the third day of the blizzard. The weather is not expected to clear up anytime soon.
A long way to the center. What I kind of forget. Let's Casey, the things that I want. The fall of the Casey. Ya, qué vanidoso, ¿no?
These look really good.
Oh, sure, until Barry gets his hands on them. Which, by the way, will happen over my dead body. The last time was the last time. Oh, and speaking of Barry, he called. Alan! Alan! Please check the fuse box!
I'm right here. I'm on it, honey.
Please hurry.
Honey, it's a power outage. I've got the flashlight.
Okay, hi.
You okay?
I'm sorry. It just really spooked me.
Don't worry. We'll just break out the candles.
I know it's stupid, but it's just... Especially when I'm not prepared for it, you know? It gets to me.
I love you.
Tell me a story, writer.
Okay. I used to have these nightmares when I was
Uy, ahí tiene barba.
The dark really spooked me too.
No tenía barba.
Really bad. My mom gave me this old light switch. She called it the clicker.
The clicker, huh?
Yeah. If I ever got scared of the dark, I could just flip the switch and a magic light would scare the monsters away.
Oh, sure.
Here it is.
Alan.
Maybe it'll help you too.
Yeah, nice story, writer boy. You made that up right now, didn't you?
No. Seriously.
I love you, even if you are a liar. Thanks for this.
El día de hoy.
How do you feel, Mr. Wake? Any nausea, disorientation, anything like that? Mr. Wake, how are you feeling?
I'm okay. My head's fine. I had to lie about my headache and memory loss. He'd send me to a hospital for tests. I couldn't leave without Alice.
Very well. I don't think you have a concussion, but you've obviously been through quite a shock. You should take it easy for a couple of days.
Thanks.
Facilito decirlo, ¿no?
Well then, Mr. Wake, we're done here. If the pain gets any worse or you experience any other symptoms, you should come see me. I'll let you get on with it then. Sarah, Sheriff Breaker, is waiting for you. She's very good at her job. I'm sure she can locate your wife in no time.
Doc Nelson was the image of a small-town doctor. Sheriff Breaker had called him to the station to take a look at the cut in my head.
Pero que hay que examinar.
I'm sorry you had to cut your morning fishing short for this, Doc.
Oh, she's a beauty, ain't she? Not the biggest I ever caught, if you can believe that coming from an old fisherman like me, but she's right up there. Now, she's a largemouth bass, which is what you're after if you prefer a lure. Now, if you want either trout or salmon, on the other hand, then it's fly fishing for you. You a fishing man, Mr. Wake? Oh, it doesn't really matter, I suppose. But it can be very relaxing out there. You can't get me off the water this time of year. Closest thing to heaven.
I'll take your word for it, Doc.
I believe you'll find the sheriff in her office. Just go down the corridor.
¿Qué más hay? Nada interesante. Okay.
You're good to go, Mr. Wake. Sarah's probably waiting for a chance to talk to you.
Lo entiendo, señores. I'll read.
Thank you for testing the lights, Miss Weaver. Everything seems to be fine.
Okay.
I'll be sure to take care of her, Miss Weaver. Have a nice day now. Mr. Wake, the sheriff is waiting for you in her office down the corridor. That was Cynthia Weaver. I guess you can call her the town eccentric. She used to be the editor of the local newspaper, but she's focused on, other things these days.
She'd fit right in where I come from.
As you can see, she's a little obsessed with maintaining the light bulbs of the whole town, refuses to step on shadows, things like that. Back in her day, she wrote about all sorts of weird things in the paper. Bright Falls has a colorful history. Of course, what small town hasn't?
Yeah, it's Mulligan here. I'm at Stucky's gas station with Thornton. There's no sign of him. Over.
Wait. Yeah, this is Thornton. Look, we've located the brake book. It's here. That's some good news, right? Stucky was supposed to be driving it at the rehearsal today. Over.
Oh, give me that. Mulligan here. Looks like someone really thrashed the garage. Over.
Okay, roger that, guys. Keep looking for Stucky. Jane's out.
Yeah.
The sheriff wants to see you in her office, Mr. Wake.
Come in, Mr. Wake. Your phone's on the desk. The battery was dead. It's charged now.
Have you started looking for my wife yet?
My men are already on it. Now, can you tell me what happened?
I'm not sure. I can't remember. We were arguing. I walked out of the cabin.
The cabin on Cauldron Lake?
How did you end up at Stucky's gas station?
I wanted to tell her what had happened last night, but I couldn't. She'd lock me up. Excuse me. I need to take this. Hello?
Alice, please help me.
Alice?
Stop talking to the law. You'll do exactly what I say if you ever want to see your wife again.
Who is this?
Go to the back lot. There's a hole in the fence on the left. Look inside the junker. I left a little something there to convince you we're all on the same page here. After you ditch the cops, you're gonna meet me in Elderwood National Park. There's a spot called Lover's Peak. Midnight. Don't do nothing stupid, pal. We're watching you.
Ya. Backlot.
Mr. Wake, can I help you with anything?
I need to get some air. The sheriff said I could go out back.
Of course, Mr. Wake. You can get there through the cell corridor. Just don't mind Walter in there. He's one of our regulars.
I couldn't go anywhere yet. I had to play along with the caller. Alice's life was at stake.
And beat Danny pretty badly. He started shouting like that the moment he woke up.
Hey! Hey, mister! Hey, can you turn the light? The light's on! The deputies, they don't understand. They won't listen to me. I need it to be bright in here!
Ah, eso
True
es.
what they say about the fall and the sudden stop at the end. I'd lain here in the snow while the lurid chain of scenes that had led me here kept playing in my head. A rerun of my own private snuff movie. A memory of my corpse. Alone at my own wake. Thinking in metaphors again. The femme fatale was gone. Only a sour taste remained of the kiss that killed me. This was a late goodbye. 13 years after I'd gotten my revenge. It had finally caught up with me. It had been a long time to bear the pain. My blood painted the snow red. A gruesome slushy dissolved all the scattered painkillers and leisurely dripped down to the sewer, mingling with the bile of the city, becoming one with it. I can see them now. My wife and my baby. Honey, I'm home.
In spite of its human mask, to describe the dark presence as intelligent would have implied human qualities on something decidedly inhuman. Nonetheless, it found the one spot in the diner that was dark enough. Some light spilled into the corridor, ravaging it. But it took the pain. Horrible as it was, the writer would soon fix that. He would be coming to the one place where it still had power.
Yeah. The last one.
Alice looked through the viewfinder, lining up the shot. Cauldron Lake was breathtaking. Something caught her eye. A figure standing in the shadows behind the cabin, like a thin woman in a black dress. She lowered the camera and looked again. No one there. Just a collection of bushes that looked vaguely human-shaped. She shook her head and laughed.
Hey! Hey! Anybody out there? I'm not Hey! Hey, you! Can you hear me?
The early
Cállate.
morning light hurt my eyes and made my head ache. The man on the phone had said, "Go through the fence on the left."
Igual voy a investigar.
We'll
folks, it's been another long night, and it's about time for you to sign up.
Ah, chuta, qué fuerza que tiene, ¿no?
The kidnapper fired his gun one last time, and the shadow vanished into the darkness it had come from. See? Nothing to it, Wake. The thought of Alice in his hands was revolting. We stood on the wooden platform of Lover's Peak, the waterfall in the mountain behind us, the lights of the radio mast blinking red in the heights above. I fought with the urge to take a swing, force myself to speak. Let's cut the act now. Where's my wife?
Lo mismo yo digo.
The caller had told me to find a hole in the fence behind the police station. There was something for me in an abandoned car. Alice's driver's license had been placed on the front seat. The caller meant business.
Barry?
Ow! Thank God! Where the hell have you been? I've been trying to reach you for a week, you and Alice. I've been worried sick. I flew out yesterday. I'm here in Bright Falls.
Barry, listen to me. I'm at the sheriff's station. Come and get me. I can't talk now.
Al, what the hell is going on?
I had to get the sheriff to let me go. I needed to get to Elderwood National Park to meet Alice's kidnappers. A writer is a light that reveals the world of his story from darkness, shapes it from nothingness. The way a sculptor carves a statue from a block of granite. If I stop, the world I'm making dies. Darkness will reclaim it. It's a long, hard journey into the dark. Alice's life is at stake, but I can't worry about that, or I'll lose it. The dread lingers at the edge of perception. I'll push on. Anything is possible here. I'll write the story. I'll save her.
Claro.
Marvelous, Sarah. I just wanted to settle all the damage the Anderson brothers might have inadvertently caused on their recent and regrettable little outing. They are not accountable for their actions, of course. I can assure you that my staff has been reprimanded.
Tor and Odin never caused any trouble to anyone when they were still living at their farm.
Indeed. All we can do is to slow down the progress of their dementia.
Are you feeling any better, Mr. Wake?
I'd like to leave. Am I free to go?
Well, we still need to talk about...
Am I under arrest?
No, of course not. But I need to know where you'll be staying so I can get in touch with you.
I'd avoid the motel. The Majestic is known for its roaches. The cabins at Elderwood are pretty nice, though.
That sounds perfect.
I'm Dr. Emil Hartman. I'd like to invite you to stay at Cauldron Lake Lodge.
Did you talk to my wife?
I had the pleasure of discussing your situation with her on several occasions.
Did you set something up with her?
I invited her here. My clinic is a place where...
Chuta tu madre.
Hey, nobody move! Get your hands off of my client!
Who are you?
I'm Barry Wheeler, his agent. If you have business with Mr. Wake, you talk to me. You yokels won't know what hit you once I sick my lawyers on your asses.
No harm done, Sarah. I'm all right. I don't want to press charges. Mr. Wake, my offer still stands.
Get me out of here.
What the hell was that about, Al? We don't need a replay of that thing with the paparazzi. I thought they were gonna lock you up.
I had to talk to someone. I told Barry everything. He thought I was certifiable, but when he heard about the manuscript, I had him. The fact that I'd written something, even if I couldn't remember it, was enough for him. He smelled money. And he believed that Alice had been kidnapped. Anything beyond that was another story. I had a midnight appointment with the kidnapper in a place called Lover's Peak, somewhere in Elderwood National Park. The plan was to rent a cabin.
I don't like it, Al. I don't like any of it. It's not good. In fact, it's the absolute opposite of good.
Mr. Wake! Barry, you found him.
Hi, Rose.
Oh, wow. I was just thinking about you, too.
Great.
I was just bringing Rusty some coffee. He's on the balcony, looking after Max. Poor thing. I really need to go. Great to see you again, Mr. Wake. Later!
Who's Max?
What an airhead.
Jeez, Mr. Takes a swing at everybody. This is not her fault. She's a very nice girl and, more importantly, a fan. She even has a fan site dedicated to you. And she was very helpful when I was looking for you. Seriously, Al, what you were saying in the car? Just listen to yourself. What, you shot a guy and his body just disappeared? When was the last time you slept? What, are you high? Have you been drinking?
No! Look,
Tantas
Barry, I'm
preguntas.
missing a week, and someone's got Alice.
Do you
and everything's
understand
just...
what it sounds like when you say stuff like that? Don't get me wrong, it's a good story, could be a bestseller. But when you start confusing fiction with reality, you're buying yourself a ticket to the funny farm.
Wait here.
Ok. Igual voy a explorar. Aquí quiero un termo de coffee. Está bonita la cabaña. Realmente está muy bonita. ¿Qué es esto? Ah, un mamut.
Easy there, boy. I'm almost done.
Hey, Rusty, right? You rent cabins.
Oh, Mr. Wake. I'd shake your hand, but mine are kind of full here. Actually, I'm sorry about this. Would you mind grabbing the registration form from the desk? It's just across from Bugtooth Charlie.
Okay, sure. What happened?
Crazy poachers. Max here got his foot caught in a trap. They're illegal to use here. Hell, you're not supposed to hunt within the park at all. But that doesn't stop some lowlifes. Well, at least Max is gonna be okay. He got lucky. Max is still groggy from the shot I gave him, and I'd rather not leave him alone just yet. The form's on the desk across from the mammoth skeleton.
Yeah.
Seriously, Al, you can't just go and meet a kidnapper. Those situations always end up in disaster. You gotta talk to the cops.
She's my wife, and it's my call. Can we talk about this later?
No, this whole thing... Listen, you hit your head. I mean, geez, Al, come on. You gotta understand how crazy all this sounds. If you're trying to pull a joke on me, freak me out, it's working. Ha-ha, let's have a laugh on Barry. Well, you had me going there real funny, Al. You can quit it now.
I think this is the form you wanted.
And here are the keys. Okay, you're all set, Mr. Wake. Glad to have you staying here.
Thanks. Can you tell me how to get to Lover's Peak?
Oh, sure. It's at the end of the nature trail. Just follow the paths, you'll get to it eventually. It's an easy walk. Nice spot, too.
Okay. Nice spot.
Look, Al, you're asking me to believe that you shot a dude who went poof into thin air, a guy who was bulletproof until you pointed a flashlight at him. You hear that from people who end up spending time in padded rooms, strapped to their beds, wearing white shirts with too long tangled up sleeves, and eating a healthy diet of pills. Al, you make cruel jokes about people who believe that kind of stuff. You're the skeptic. You gave me an hour-long lecture on homeopathy last month. What was it? If there's no proof, it's pure bullshit. Period.
Guess the laugh's on me then.
Al, come on! I mean, okay. Okay, maybe something weird happened to you, okay?
Well, thanks for the heartfelt vote of confidence.
All I'm saying is you gotta throw me a bone here, bestseller. What would you think if it was me? There's no way you should be going out at midnight with a gun.
No one asked you to come here, Barry. Either work with me on this or go straight back to New York. Your choice.
Uh-huh.
Espero que vayamos a la acción, ¿no?
That's just crazy talk, Al. Al? We should go to the sheriff or call the FBI.
Damn it, Barry, they'll kill her! I'm going to Lover's Peak. He said to come alone.
Okay then. I understand. You're my best friend and I'm worried that you're not right in the head. Tell me what to do to help and I'll do it.
You stay here, and if I'm not back by morning, call the cavalry.
Just be careful with the natives, Al. These yokels are dangerous. Everybody hates a tourist, or it'll be Deliverance all over again.
Bless you.
Oh, this place is trying to kill me. I'll bet there's mold in here, spores, poison ivy, God knows what. This is so not worth a 15% commission.
Okay.
Real funny, Al. Real funny. Ha ha! Thank you. I'll just sit here in the dark till you come back. Or until I get eaten by a grue.
Otro termo de coffee.
I didn't realize we were back in the 3rd grade here.
Bien, no hay nada aquí. Vamos acá. Ah, ya estamos. No, me equivoqué. No, sí. Bueno, sí o no. Yo creí que estábamos donde nos fuimos al inicio. Pero creo que no es. No, me confundí yo.
I'll wait here, Al. I'll hold down the fort. I'll be with you in spirit every step of the way, Al. Walk through the door now.
Barry had never gotten along with Alice, but he knew Alan loved her with an almost frightening intensity. And now something had happened to Alice. And here was Al armed with a gun and saying things people got put in padded cells for. It was as if his friend had experienced a massive psychotic episode and was now totally disconnected from reality. It scared the shit out of Barry.
Okay. Use Kai.
Barry had the keys to the car he rented. It wasn't a long walk to the visitor center, and it wouldn't be any use to me in the forest.
Tremendo carro que se alquiló, maldita sea.
I knew I should have gone to the cops. This wasn't the smartest thing I'd ever done, but I was still angry with Barry for trying to talk me out of it. These people had called me right in the sheriff's station. The cops wouldn't scare them, and they had Alice.
Welcome back to the show, folks. As promised, our very own Dr. Nelson.
Te robo, oye.
Doc, what's your Deer Fest plan like? My plan?
You make it sound a lot more organized than I ever seem to
Ya. Van a venir cositas bellas iluminadas. Van a venir, amiguitos. Overspeak. No puedo entrar ahí, ¿no? Supongo. No. Ahí no hay nada tampoco. Ok. O sea, tú vienes vacancísimo a romper todo, ¿no? ¿Quién tiene el derecho de hacer eso? Otra historia.
He's inside, Agent. He's a weird one.
So, you're confessing to killing that guy, huh? Why?
And it coming?
Yeah, but why would you do that? I mean, you're a nice guy.
No voy a ver toda esa serie. Adiós. Ah, muy bien, aquí hay otras cosas.
Rose knew that Rusty was in love with her, and she liked him too. She liked him a lot. He taught her to dance, and life had certainly taught her the value of a man who was gentle. He treated her well, made her smile, made her feel good. But Rusty wasn't the prince of her dreams, and that tended to underline the unbearable truth. She was no closer to that Hollywood magic than he was.
Otro.
The air in the visitor center was heavy with an awful smell, as if some rotten, drowned thing had crawled up from its grave. Rusty kept coughing blood. My eyes were drawn to the twisted shape of his broken leg. The attack had been vicious. Max whined in his cage. Rusty's eyes were wild with fear and terror. He gasped. Mr. Wake, it happened just the way it was on that page.
Okay. ¿Qué más hay aquí? Nada. No, ya no voy a hacer nada, la tontera. Yeah.
The vision left me weak. This was no head injury. Damn.
Rusty, hang on! I'm coming!
Please, help me! Anybody? Help me!
¿Dónde está?
Please help!
Hello?
Back here. I'm back here. Mr. Wake? Oh, hell. It happened just the way it was on that page. I found. Came true. It knew. So dark. It'll come back for me. You must... The lights. In the office. I have the key.
Okay, Rusty. Hang on. I'll be right back.
Whatever did this couldn't be far. Rusty had found a page from the manuscript. It would help me understand what had happened. The only way to make sure that Rusty was safe was to get the power running and the lights back on.
Perfecto. Otra página. Muy bien.
I was too late. Someone had destroyed the circuit breaker. There was no way to get the lights back on.
Rusty!
The ground was covered with oily patches that looked like liquid darkness. Something had torn a mammoth-sized hole in the wall.
Please don't feed the animals.
Oh la la.
Fishing is only permitted for those visitors who purchase a license. Obey the park ranger's instructions at all times. Rusty, no! Never! No approach closer than 100 yards. To bears and wolves, never approach any other. 29 yards. Pets must be leashed. At all times. Never leave your pet unattended.
The fuck?
To remove any natural objects or historical artifacts from the park. You may or even simple berries.
Ay, maldito. Qué pena el panita. Me caía bien el panita, de verdad. Ver, sí, nada más abajo. Justo ahora.
What the hell was that? I saw it from the window. I saw something.
Forget about it, Barry. It's just me going crazy.
Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. You're not crazy. I wish you were crazy, but you're not crazy. Ow, be careful.
Stay in the cabin. Don't open the door for anyone. I mean it.
¿Y abajo qué hago? Abajo tengo que irme, creo, ¿no? Open. Ok. No. Sí, abajo tengo que irme.
The visitor center was sturdy, but the impact turned the front of the building into splinters. Rusty was thrown across the lobby like a rag doll and hit the far wall hard. It didn't hurt until he tried to move and saw his leg bend the wrong way, felt the broken ribs stabbing him on the inside. Rusty howled in pain and fear, suddenly afraid to die alone. At the last instant, I changed direction and threw myself down. The axe splintered the trunk of a tree. I stumbled into the pool of bright light. My lungs burned. I was too exhausted to move. I tensed as I waited for the killing blow, but it never came. I raised my head. Nothing moved in the darkness beyond. For the moment, bathed in the cold light, I was safe. In that last instant of consciousness, Rusty thought about Rose. He was older than she was. Rose was barely out of her teens, but she made him feel young and forget what a train wreck his long-dead marriage had been. He still wore the ring. He'd been waiting for her to tell him to take it off. Now she never would.
Okay.
Lover's Peak was at the far end of the nature trail.
No, vamos a ver qué más hay acá. La la. Bien. Creo que entonces no es aquí. A ver, espérate, ¿qué dice aquí? Sí. Es aquí, pero acá no. Y acá es donde tengo que irme. O sea, tengo que irme porque es una zona que no sé qué hay. Y han de haber recursos. ¿Qué dice ahí? Mucho. Bien, escopetita. Muy bien. Muy bien. La verdad que el juego no está mal, pero ¿sabes qué? Si quisiera que existan unos enemigos más aterradores que unos simples personas oscuras, o sea, con oscuridad y toda la cosa. Hubiera sido bacán donde haya, no sé, monstruos, cosas así, pero bien terrorífico, porque el juego sí tiene una buena atmósfera. De hecho, me gusta. Se siente como un capítulo de los expedientes X, o incluso algo de Silent Hill. Algo, no estoy diciendo que un Silent Hill, es algo que tiene el aire de la incertidumbre, de lo extraño, de lo raro. Y eso me gusta. Pues los monstruos son un poco meh. No están tan bien. Los enemigos. ¿Qué dice?
Nobody in Bright Falls seemed to know where Al was, but Rose, the waitress at the diner, had seen him. From what Barry could tell, Al pretty much fell off the face of the earth when he left the diner. Rose was just the kind of fan that Al hated, but she really tried to help. She was smart too, knew a lot about what was going on in the town, knew a lot about Al, even knew who Barry was. Barry liked her. That was no big surprise. When it came to women, Barry and Al rarely saw eye to eye.
Muy bien, aquí va a pasar algo. Es lógico. Lo que no sé es cuándo. Aquí va a pasar algo. Están dando puros recursos. Perfecto. Oh shit. Es lo que es. Me mataron. Maldito. Por fin, pero voy a recargarme. Muy bien, ahora sí. Sí. Muy bien. Ya. Sí te vi, maldito. El problema es que me encerré. Shit. Ah, demonios. Es Alan Wake versus la jugabilidad. No son los enemigos, es la jugabilidad. Pero si te aplasté, lo que pasa es que eres lento. Qué bestia, me están cayendo. No, no es difícil, lo que pasa es Alan Wake versus el control. ¿Qué hago con esto? A ver. A ver, yo no he intentado esto. Ah, ok. Oh, ya. Se acabaron miserables. No es difícil, es el control. El problema es el control. ¿Ves? No sé dónde diablos estoy. Ok, acá debe haber algo. ¿Qué diablos es eso? ¿Qué café? No hay ninguna página, ¿no? No. Okay. Ah, el teleférico. Muy bien, ¿y aquí? ¿Cómo entro a esto? Ah, así nomás, muy bien. No entendí ni una mierda. ¿Ve? Mi salvador. No estoy solo en esta pendejada.
The flares will keep the bastards away.
Ya me di cuenta.
You can see them too?
Hell, of course I see him. Come on, we gotta move.
Why?
Because that's the way the story goes.
Yeah, but...
Let's move!
I lost my gun back there.
Oh, I've got a gun. Just keep that light steady on him.
It took a moment, but then I recognized him. He'd been on the ferry when I first arrived here with Alice. He knew my name. We were headed in the direction of Lover's Peak. There was no way this was a coincidence. He was the kidnapper.
Come on, Wake! You better keep up. You set him up, and I'll knock him down, Wake.
¿Ve?
Stairs, Wake. Use the flares from the emergency box to hold them off while I get these boards off.
Give me the gun.
Yeah, no can do.
Are you kidding? Give me the gun!
No time for back. Pull them off, damn it.
Tiene balas ilimitadas ese man.
Oh, you feel better now, Wade. All cozy and safe. Better get ready. They'll be on us soon. This is it, Wake. The last stand. There's more players here. Get ready. We fight them as long as they keep coming.
Give me the goddamn gun! They're coming!
That's not how this goes. Get with the program, Wake.
¿Dónde están? Pues maldita sea.
You just keep coming. Stop moving! That's what I got for you! Monster! Stop fighting me! Piece of cake, Wake. That's right. You just keep coming. I've been hurt. Oh, that's how you want to play. Stop moving. That's what I got for you.
Facilito, muchachos.
Let's cut the act now. Where's my wife?
I knew you were going to say that. I read it all before. You're a hell of a writer. Congratulations. You're going to bring about something glorious and terrible once we get you some proper editorial control.
What the hell are you talking about? Where's Alice?
I want the entire manuscript, or she's gonna suffer bad.
You touch her mouth.
Ya. Ay, este Alan Wake.
You're gonna give me the manuscript, or you'll be sorry.
No! Come back here! I swear I'll kill you if you hurt Alice! Do you hear me? Come back here!
He had Alice, and he wanted the manuscript because he thought it held some magical power. But I had no manuscript to give him. I had to get back to Barry and figure out my next move.
Ya, ¿y qué hago? ¿Me tiro? Muy bien. Creo que hice lo correcto, ¿no? Creo. Ah, no, no hice lo correcto. O sea, sí, pero no, porque tenía otro... ¿Qué diablos es eso, maldita sea?
Rusty had warned me about these traps. It hurt like hell. I was stuck.
Oh, demonios. ¿Crees que me confundo? Ya, esta vez las veo. O sea, ya las he visto, solo que me confundo. Yo creo que son papeles. No es culpa. ¿Son o no? Ah, ok, yo las ilumino. Muy bien. Estamos cerca, muchachos. Oh. Ya te vi, panita. Ah, pero justo caigo ahí. Asumo que estoy en el camino correcto. Ah, una caleta. ¿Por qué no te metes eso por la nalga? Perfecto. ¿Qué hay aquí? Necesitamos un café y nada más. Muy bien. Ah, hunting rifle. ¿Y esto cómo se usa? Bueno, pero ahora no.
I had heard the plane fall. It made no sense. It was clear that it had just fallen here. It was very old and obviously hadn't flown in decades. Looking at it sent a shiver down my spine.
Justo ahora se cae, ¿no? Ya, pero ¿cómo me trepo allá? Pues, chistoso. Sí, todo dice arriba, arriba, no te arriba, panita, pero ¿y cómo me trepo? La la. Entonces, es desde allá. Así parece. No tanto desde ahí. ¿Desde aquí? Mala idea, mala idea, mala idea, mala idea. Ya, ya puedo estar acá. Perfecto. Muy bien. Sabes que sí voy a recargar vida. Estoy un poquito dañado. ¿Y qué es esto? ¿Qué es esto? Por supuesto. Pero es que no puedo moverme, pues. Puta madre. Muy bien. A ver, tengo que irme por acá, ¿no? Ah, sí, por allá tengo que ir. Perfecto. ¿Qué pasó? Muy bien, entonces de aquí. Y aquí no se puede hacer nada, es acá. Uy. ¿Qué diablos pasó? ¿Qué pasó? ¿Qué diablos? Ñoña de enemigo. Hace años que no encuentro un manuscrito. Ya. Perfecto. Uñoña. ¿Qué más? ¿Qué más hago aquí? Ah, demonios. Climb. La verdad no sé qué se supone es eso. ñoña enemigo. The darkness will her. ¿Y cómo abro esto? Ah, no tengo que abrir, tengo que pasar. Entonces nuevamente Alan Wake versus el control. No. Y ahí te quedaste, ¿no? Es la cámara, maldita sea. De verdad, qué cámara más terrible que tiene este juego. Chainsaw. serio, esos son los bosses. Tanto como que tu replies, ¿no? Ah, qué coincidencia, ¿no?
Barry?
Ow! The porch is covered with birds. They've got all Hitchcock on me.
Stay out of sight. I'm on my way. Don't open the door.
What am I, crazy?
Stay hidden. I'll be there soon. Just make sure you keep the lights on. I still had to reach Barry at the cabin, but at least I was out of the woods.
Ya. Ahí va tu pana hoy. Muy bien. Aquí, no hay nada aquí. Perfecto.
A story is not a machine that does what you tell it. A story is a beast with a life of its own. You can create it, shape it, but as the story grows, it starts wanting things of its own. Change one thing and you set off a chain reaction of events that spreads through the whole thing. The characters have to be true to themselves. The events need to follow a logic that fits the story. A single flaw and the magic is gone. The story dies. Alice dies.
Muy bien. Pero es que no te veo, maldito. Bueno, yo asumo que no hay nada aquí, ¿no? Oh, café. Ah, perfecto. Ahora voy a robar un carro. Deberías abrir las puertas primero, maldito. Ah, mira tú. Y que vienen carros fantasmas también. Ah, como... ¿Qué debo hacer? Pero si ya estamos aquí, pues. Ah, ok. Ah, no, perdón, aquí estábamos. Ay. ¿Y qué hago aquí? Me voy. Vamos a la guerra. Otra vez, Alan Wake versus la... Ay, qué desgracia, de verdad, qué fea manejabilidad de este juego. Nuevamente. Y eso de verdad hace un rato sí lo hice, pero bueno.
Flare gun was probably the best weapon I could imagine against the dark things I was facing.
Perfecto.
It was the kidnapper.
You son of a bitch! Where's my wife?
Enough horseplay, Wake. You deliver the manuscript, and you can have your woman back. Simple as that.
I don't... Listen. I'm gonna need time to finish it. I still need to write the ending. I need a week.
It's not done?
I need a week.
2 days. The old Bright Falls coal mine is nearby. You can find it easy, city boy. The main building, there at noon. You bring the manuscript, you'll get your wife. If not, well, get me.
Yes, I get you.
O sea, todo esto es para presionarme y escribir un diario. Perdón, un libro. Estúpido. The fuck.
glad you're here. A couple of them got in here before I blocked the chimney. This isn't normal. These birds are weird.
¿Cómo para entrar, pues? El café. Debe entrar, pues, gordito. Oh shit. Estoy peleando contra cuervos. Matado por cuervos. Ya. Sí, sí, gordito, concha tu madre.
I'm sorry for thinking you were having a psychotic episode, man.
I sent Barry to the town to ask around about a man fitting the kidnapper's description. He'd go through the archives of the local paper. Perhaps he could learn something. Anything about the island and the cabin that had disappeared. The man wanted a manuscript. I had to try to write him one to get Alice back. For me, the supernatural had always been nothing but a metaphor for the human psyche, a tool to use in writing fiction. Now, it was happening for real, and I couldn't put a single word on paper.
Barry Wheeler speaking.
This is Rose.
Rose?
I found Mr. Wake's pages.
Oh, you sweet, brilliant girl.
Could you and Mr. Wake come get them? I live in the trailer park outside the town.
¿Y habla como retrasada o qué?
In less than an hour. See you soon.
Have a great day. Hope you come back soon. Welcome to the old dear diner.
Good girl.
Ahí está la vieja castrosa. Y este es el fin del segundo capítulo, señores y señoras. Así que, bueno.
Alice has been kidnapped. I can't tell anyone except my agent Barry.
Damn it, Barry, they'll kill her. You're my best friend, and I'm worried that you're not right in the head.
The ransom is a manuscript I supposedly wrote that's coming true before my eyes.
It happened just the way it was on that page. So dark.
I have found only a few scattered pages.
I want the entire manuscript.
The deadline is in 2 days.
I found Mr. Wake's pages.
Good girl.
How the hell did she get her hands on the manuscript anyway?
I don't know. She's resourceful. I told you you were too hard on her. Listen, I found out all sorts of interesting stuff while I was digging around.
Yeah.
Mr. Wake, it's Sheriff Breaker. We have an FBI agent here, Agent Nightingale.
FBI?
He's anxious to see you. You'd better come to the station.
Okay, I'll be right over, Sheriff. Let's make this quick, huh?
Help you folks? Name's Randolph. I'm the manager.
We're looking for Rose. Works as a waitress down at the diner?
Rose, sure. Nice girl. Who wants to know?
I'm Alan Wake.
The writer, huh? I heard on the radio you were visiting. Well, I'll show you her trailer.
Bueno, panita, no te voy a decir porque aquí nos vamos a despedir, señores. Y les agradezco a todos por estar viendo mi canal y mi video, aunque yo creo que nadie lo está viendo ahorita, pero no me importa porque esto se va a quedar grabado igual. Igualmente les agradezco. Vamos a continuar con este juego que está chévere. Y nos vemos hasta la próxima, señores.